I just don't want this lady. I have to get the kids. I have to pick up something for the kids. I just don't want the lady at the window to think that I'm a lunatic because I'm live right now. I am a lunatic, so what's the difference, right? Guess what? I'm gonna let you see the road. You know I don't like to drive in the snow? Yeah, right. So I went out. I said to Jimmy, it's not gonna snow. He said, no, not until early in the morning. I said, okay, good, let's go. I go out. He calls me when I'm in Walmart, okay? And then he says, where are you? I said, I'm in Walmart. He said, you coming home soon? I said, why? Is it snowing? You better tell me now. And he goes, no, it's not snowing yet. I go out of Walmart and my coat has at least half an inch of snow on it. Now, I'm a big baby driving the snow. I used to drive in the snow all the time. I told you until I had to pay that guy to drive my car home. You remember that one I made get out of his car with his girlfriend? Yeah. And I won't go down that road again. So I told Jimmy, I'm not going down that road again. I can't do it. I have post-traumatic stress from it. I really do. He doesn't believe it. He thinks it's a big joke. Because that's also the road I had a double rollover accident in. It wasn't in snow, it was in rain, but it hydroplaned. Anyway, so he's like, oh, you can do it. I said no. So I'm going to go all the way. It's actually, I shouldn't say all the way. We learned a shortcut like, I don't know, 30 years ago. Who knows? But when my parents first came up, when we used to always go the way I'm going now. That's where my sons have their restaurant. And I'm going to take it, the highway all the way there. Hang on a second.
The sauces that you asked for is right on the bottom.
All right, thank you. Okay. So, hang on a minute. I'll let you see the road in 1 second. I have to go around. But, yeah, so I'm going to go all the way on the highway where it's flatter, not go on that craziness, and then I have to go up, because I live up a mountain, so that one way or another I have to go up the mountain. But it's less, I just feel safer this other way. So you guys, I'm not going to, of course, be able to look at the chat, but at least you'll be here and can call 911 if I go off the road. I don't know. I'm hoping it's okay. It's not slippery like with my boots on, so I'm gonna let you see the road. Let me see so we can get started, because I'm pulling out of here now. Let me see, is this the one I use? Yes, right, there we go. Okay, Casino is up that way. J Bells, if you're listening, I'm where the Concord is, used to be. Well, not the Concord anymore. So lovely, is it? It's not that bad. I know it's not that bad. I wouldn't be upset if I didn't have to go up the mountain. I just won't go. I can't go on this other road that leads there. So let's see. We're snow removers. I can't even see who's here because I can't look at the chat. Snow remover usually keeps it calm. Jimmy doesn't care. I care. Okay. You can hear this, like, of course I'm on the exit ramp, so it's not plowed, but you can definitely hear the stuff. Now listen, I've been trying to listen to this, please don't tell me about Seavers. I know they probably have his verdict, but I haven't seen it yet, so don't spoil it for me. Probably already did. I did watch a lot of the penalty phase, and I was up to the prosecutor's rebuttal, not rebuttal, their closing. Yeah, I think I made it through the defense's closing, and I don't know if the prosecution has a rebuttal. Then that's the only part I have to see, and the judge's instructions. But I'm sure they have a verdict. I've been trying to listen to it while I was out running my errands. I see everybody passing me. I have an all-wheel drive. You know, people like me would be going, but I'm going like 50, 49. actually, it's the area of the highway that I'm ahead of. I don't have to go on. That's really that where there's accidents all the time when it snows. And you say, I hate this. Say, this guy, like, is he going? Is he? Come on, go if you're going. Stay if you're gonna. Go ahead. I'll let you go. Go. I'm going slow. Oh my gosh. Go ahead. I just flashed his lights. Go. Oh my gosh. So it's like the dog trying to get a dog, and they need an invitation. I see this person is scared. So this person's got this is sometimes I used to do this stuff. They're scared. They're putting the flashers on. That's why they really didn't want to go in front of me. And I can't say that I used to. Sometimes after I got really, I used to not be afraid at all. I used to drive up here in storms that the police would stop us in, and it was my parents and I was driving like 18, and we were coming up for the weekend, and the police would be stopping, and I'd say, what's going on? And he'd go, it's a major blizzard, guys. And I mean, we were driving like a Lincoln Continental. It wasn't a Ford. And I don't know, I think it's a lot to do with, I don't know. I think sometimes if you're scared, sometimes you have more of a chance to get in an accident because you're doing stupid things. Whereas if you're not scared and you're driving normally, and I'm gonna have to pass this guy, you see? So maybe I shouldn't have let him in front of me because he is going just absolutely too slow. But who knows? He might not have good tires, might be a new driver, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to pass this guy. Going too slow. There's this salt tracks there. The temperature is now 32 degrees, which is freezing. But I don't have any ice warning on my thing. Like, how does my car know? It just knows by the time. I mean, ice warning. I never understood that, really. Okay, so we passed the slowpoke. This guy in the pickup truck was going at a pretty good speed, and now he's going slower. I'm going to go behind him. Janelle's calling. I hope your husband's okay, Janelle. Jimmy's probably on there. Drive faster. Here come two. See this pickup truck is flying, and that was a 4-wheel drive. I think a Chevrolet Tahoe or something. Chevrolet something. Trailblazer. I don't know what they are now. I used to have a Chevy. What did we have? Chevy Blazer. 2 of them actually. Long time ago. Okay. So I'm usually like, oh, I'll test my brakes. But see, I'm not going to go through where I normally get off and I lose you guys because I go on the mountain. I'm going to go on the highway all the way. Which is about 7 exits past where I usually get off. So it's more highway time. And then my parents used to only go that way. And it wasn't until much later that we found out about getting off at an earlier exit and then cutting through. But we never did that. Ever when I was a kid, and actually, like I said, it takes me into Trout Town, which is the town I showed you. I don't know if I showed it to you. Did I show it to you? I showed it to somebody. where my boys have the restaurant. So it's just, to me, the highway is going to be the best traumatic stress from going on that other road where I had the double rollover and then I had to pay the next guy to drive my car home that time. Which I can't remember if that was after the rollover or before, I don't know. But Jimmy's like, just, I don't even want to drive up our driveway. I won't. He'll come down and drive the car out for me. Anyway, when I was at Walmart, it was getting like that Teresa Sievers text messages. Jimmy's like, where are you? How long have you been in the store? Like, he's not normally like that, right? So I should have known that it was the snow, but after coming off reading that, I was thinking like, what the heck does he think I'm doing, right? Because I was like, I've just been here 20 minutes. And he's like, 20 minutes? How could you have been there only 20 minutes? Because you've been gone long. And it was funny, but he didn't want to scare me about what it was doing, so he should have scared me. He should have been like, "Oh my gosh, it's snowing really bad," but he's like, "It's nothing." I don't know. I can't see. I can see you guys are saying something. I'll look later, but I can't see now. But it's calming to me to have someone to talk to, even though it's a one-way conversation. Like I said, at least you can see where if something happened to me, where it happened. Let's hope that is not the case. But I felt bad for Teresa's mother. Felt a little bad for Mark's mother as well. I'm not gonna lie. And then he had his stepsister came on. We found out his father was a veterinarian, right? He was a pharmacist, then he went back to school and became a veterinarian. And then he married a lady that owned a pet store next to his veterinarian practice, right? And then there's something about him going to England. And I thought it was really odd that the stepmother is visiting Mark every single week in prison or in jail or wherever he is. Because I thought, oh no, that's okay. You know where I'm confused? I'm confused when it's his stepmother as to where it's Teresa's stepmother. Remember the one that he wanted to bring the girls to visit when he was up there, and she was just getting into bed and she had just cleaned up and she had lost her son. I don't know, not so long before that. Now I just realized I had them mixed up because I need my whiteboard. But this is Mark's stepmother, so I guess she lives down in Florida. And then they had, his stepsister? And then his brother Scott, who I can't believe is younger than Mark. And then the other thing, see now it looks better, right? So now now it's 33 degrees. I'm feeling better now. I haven't even gone. I don't know. I'm gonna make like a knee-jerk reaction. I don't know where I am. No, I shouldn't say that. I know where I am, but I don't know if I've already missed the exit that I usually go on. Because right now, with the weather the way it is, I'm like, okay, well maybe I'll just go home on the regular road I go on. And I'm not sure if I missed it or not. I'll tell by this sign coming up here. I don't know what I should do. What do you think I should do? Decisions. Jimmy said, now see, looks like there's no snow here, but there is snow if I look at the median. But the road is really good. Okay, now this would be normally, okay, so I didn't miss my exit if I want to go the shortcut way, but oh boy, I don't know what to do. It looks like to me like there's no snow, but then when I look at the median, there is snow, so I'm just going to go the way I said. I'm going to drive the highway all the way. till I can't go anymore. And yeah, because it's my luck, I would get off, and the reason the road looks so like this is probably because it might have stopped snowing, but the roads might be worse up there because maybe the trucks didn't get there. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick with the decision. So, yeah, where was I with Mark? Oh, his brother. And what I can't understand, his brother said that he was married. I want to go through Curtis's text. I want to go through the text from Curtis to Mark, but from like, say, April of 2015 onward. But then I also want to look back because they were to see if you could find out if they had any type of relationship with each other, because there are some weird things that they call each other. I also want to go to Michelle Botrytis and Mark, because I don't know what's going on there. And even that Kerry said that he was like all concerned about Michelle Botrytis and if she didn't go to law school because of this or something. And then that other woman, the one that called the girls mermaids as well, I want to find out about that. They played Teresa's video. Oh yes, they played her videos in court. So I think that's maybe what they wanted to show at the funeral and they weren't working or something. I'm drinking coffee. I just got a coffee. Let's see. What else? 33 degrees. I feel better with 33 degrees. I'll take that 1 degree. So let me see. I want to go back through those texts. You know what would be really nice? If somebody would read the other part. That would be nice. That would be really interactive. I don't know. We'll see if somebody wants to volunteer for the role of Mark or the role of the other person. I don't know. All right. We'll see. Let me know tonight. We'll see. What was the other thing? What was the other thing? I went out because I'm going to make these crafts. Wish me luck. I'm going to make those glitter balls. That just sounds funny. You know the plastic ornaments, or you could use glass, but I'm using plastic because I'm going to send some out. And I don't want them to be smashed to smithereens. You put the polyacrylic in there and you swirl it around, and then you put this glitter in there, and then you take the Cricut and you make a decal for the outside of it. So I overbought, as I overbuy anything. I think I must have spent $150 at the dollar store. Let's not even go there, okay? What, you live once? I don't know. I don't have any other vice. I gotta keep reminding myself I don't have other vices. But yeah, and they're gifts. I'm giving them away. So I'm making them for the teachers. I'm making them for friends. I'm making them, yeah. So I know I went overboard. And I had to go, believe it or not, everybody and their brother must be making these, because a long time ago at the dollar store, I bought that extra fine glitter in those little packages. They were completely out of it today. And then the only one they had when I went to another Dollar Tree was this brown, like this, and they definitely didn't want to make ornaments out of those colors. So I had to go to Walmart. Glitter's expensive. You might say, well, to buy, because you're not going to make them all one color. So it's like $3 for 2.5 ounces. And then if you get a not so fine glitter, it's the same price for 4. And then the little tiny thing of polyacrylic, which I know I have some at home, but I don't even want to take the chance that Jimmy's not going to find it or doesn't know where he put it or he threw it away. It's $10. So, and then the balls, right? So it's always like there's that, is it a meme? I think so. The lady shows or the guy shows what they made and they're like, yeah, and it only cost $15 to make it and I could have bought it for $2 or something, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I guess once you get the glitter, it goes a long way. I don't know, maybe I'm underestimating how far the glitter is going to go. And I know you can buy it for some places. I don't have time to buy it from Amazon and stuff. So that's it. And then I bought ribbon and to put like those on the top of it. And then what else did I buy? I don't even know that I'm going to put bows on the top of them. But I know I overbought. Like seriously overbought. I have a problem. So. And then let's see. R. Huff, I still need your address for the coloring book. Kathy from Texas, I still need your address for your coloring book. And whoever else won that night that hasn't gotten one, please email me because Tracy B, you should have yours. Kristen and Renee, I know I think you have yours. Who else did I send them out to? Lisa has her stuff. There was somebody else that Katie, Songbird Katie, should have yours. Let me know. But I know R. Huff is still waiting on an address. Kathy from Texas. And who was the other one that I finally got the address? MC Camps. I hope you have yours. Because I had that sent out. If you don't have it, you'll be getting it. And so I need anybody that I have to send out that didn't send me an address, send it to me. And then we'll see if these glitter ornaments come out okay. Maybe I'll do, I don't know, special Rambler version or something and give them away. We'll see what happens. I don't want to promise anything until I see what they look like. I don't know what it's going to be like. It looked easy on the videos that I watched. But we all know how that sometimes goes. And then I'm going to make another craft. It's like my craft that I made that other time, that the empty chair. I'm making a different version of it. So I hope it comes out okay. And then I'm making another ornament thing. And of course I had to go to Walmart, get some groceries and stuff. I don't know what it was mostly the glitter and stuff. Not really groceries. But, I don't know the difference between like I did get the extra fine glitter, but I also did get some regular glitter. If anybody's ever made them with extra fine and regular, let me know. I see some people making them with regular. How bad could it look? I don't know. I want to make some of the Grinches too. So I got a lot of green where you make the cricket design for his eyes and stuff. I'm not exactly sure how you do all those intricate, like having the yellow behind the white, the black. That looks a little scary to me with the cricket, but hopefully. I couldn't get the glitter paper. I have to go to Michael's. I might have to order it online to get the same color to make the side windows on that one house. I might do a different color on the side, colors that's close. I don't know. Very confused. But I don't have a Michael's near me, and thankfully I didn't go all that way, otherwise it would be worse. Right now, the roads are okay. I'm going 60. But now the temperature's down to 32. I hate when I'm like the only car on the road. I'm not really the only car on the road, but you know what I mean. And I always get scared, like, oh my gosh, you know, like, was there some kind of warning, like, stay off the road? I used to really get scared, like, there's nobody out. I will tell you that when I was a kid, remember, we didn't have the internet, of course, not when I was really little, like, not at all. And they used to have those special reports, remember those? And you didn't know what it was going to be because they took like a minute to tell you that it was a special report. And I was deathly afraid of nuclear war. I was so afraid of nuclear war. Every time one of those came on, you don't even know how I was freaking out, okay, that it was going to be a nuclear war. And then I would watch the newscaster and how they act. I'm like, okay, it doesn't look like a nuclear war. Or I would run outside if it was daytime and hear if there were going to be people screaming, because I thought that's what would happen if there was a nuclear war. And so, yeah, then I guess when they, let me see, when they, you know when the nuclear war thing stopped for me? I think it was the first time they bombed Libya with Gaddafi there, because I guess when I was a little kid, I thought, oh my gosh, if we ever went to war with anyone, it was going to be a nuclear war and we were just going to be annihilated. And so I guess when they struck Libya back in, when was that? That was before the Gulf War. Oh my gosh, had to be in the 80s, right? Late 80s? That I saw, okay, it's not like it's if we're going with Russia or something. So, but I used to be deathly afraid when those things came on. I had severe anxiety. And then someone, I won't name the name, played a joke, though I won't say it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. It was meant, the person that did it with the best of intentions, where they thought that once we found out it wasn't true, we were going to realize how silly it was to be worried about anything, something like along those lines. But what they did was, they told me, my father, and my brother, gosh, that one of those reports just came on, and that the United States was at war with Russia, and this again was probably in the early 80s, was at war with Russia, and that Russia had launched nuclear weapons at the United States, and the United States was trying to intercept them, but they didn't know if they were going to be successful. And let me tell you, that did not go over the way the person expected it to go over, okay? Because for about 3 minutes, it was like utter hysterics. And then the person said they were not serious, but they were trying to show that, see, don't get upset about the little stuff or something. It didn't go over well. And I'll tell you, it really left me a little bit emotionally scarred, because up to that point, I think, I remember being in 9th grade, and people would go around the room and say, what would you do if the world was ending? Well, at that time, even though I had the anxiety from those special reports, I wasn't really in the mindset that it would really happen. And so we would all say things like, oh my gosh, I would go to, you know, wherever it was, Macy's or Saks or Bloomingdale's, and I'd buy, like, we're going to buy anything, okay? Like, that's going to really matter to us if the world's ending. That's what we're gonna, but we said stupid things like that because we're 13, 14 years old. But when that person did that to me, I never looked at that question the same way again, because I know what I felt at that moment, and it was like sheer terror. But that was I used to have dreams about that too, the world, and just the same way that after my exams, I always had a dream that I didn't get to take all my exams and I was late. Yeah, just, oh my gosh. Anyway, where was I even going with that? I was talking about special reports. Oh, because if I'm the last car on the road. But there's other cars on the road. 32 degrees. Oops, I don't even know if snow remover's watching me. Snow remover probably laughing like Jimmy. So let's see. It's about 10:40. The state looks bone dry here, right? But here's what I worry about is the stupid freaking black ice. Which was, another thing that came out of nowhere. We never heard about black ice when we were kids. I'll never forget we hit black ice once going down to New Jersey with 2 babies. We had to get off and stay at everybody. They closed the highway. Everybody was skidding. And it was prior to cell phones. We had to sit there like in a gas station, convenience store. Everybody was there. Everybody had to get off the highway. Calling my mother, telling her what was going on. Finally, we had to stay in a hotel with 2 babies without planning on staying in a hotel with babies. So we didn't have crib or anything, because we were, of course, going down to my mother's house, my parents' house, which had every necessity we would need. That was nutty. That was scary. That's the first time I heard about black ice. Now, there was a time not long ago, it had to be earlier this year, I don't know when it could have been. When would it have been snowing? It's only December 10th. But I remember going this way, maybe it was raining, and I thought it was going to be ice rain. I remember taking this way because I was so scared. And I went up the right way, and gosh, that can't be last year. It had to be this year. This must be boring as hell for any of you that are listening, but just thanks. It just makes me feel better. Even if there's to talk to somebody, have people. I'm trying to see if I can remember anything from the Seavers that I wanted to go over. That case is just so. Oh, I know what I was going to say about Seavers. Stay back to it. What about Mark's brother being married? Did he say 26 years? Well, that Carrie Kane, when the heck was she fooling around with him in the ocean? Was that a long time ago when they were kids? What would they have been in Florida for? I'm a little lost on that because Missouri doesn't have an ocean. Wasn't that the same time that somebody was peeing on other people at the ocean? So what year was that? Did they all go to Florida on a trip? Carrie must have been from Minnesota, right? I mean, Missouri. Hold on, I'm drinking coffee and I can't find my, okay. All right, so when, what was I gonna say? So I don't know, what do you think? Try to put that in the chat, I'll look at it later. 26 years ago, Mark is 52 years old, right? Is Mark 52? He's 51. Mark's 50, no. His mother couldn't really remember the year he was born. No, he was born in 68. I don't remember the month. When at the month he was born in 68. So I think he's 51. And his brother is 1 year younger than him, so he's 50. And his brother's been married for 20, I thought he said 26 years. So he got married at 24. So if he got married at 24 and Mark's 1 year older, they would have been, well, then no, he would have been married. So that Carrie would have had to get with him before that. So it's a long time. She's known Mark in a long time. She's still been in his life. Crazy. See, I didn't lose signal or connection at all going this way. I would have lost you a long time ago the other way. We'll see what happens here. I don't know. Now let's see. I'll normally just tap my brake here just to see there's nobody behind me. I say no sliding, no slipping. 32 degrees. But now we're getting off the highway. And there I just, no sliding there. That was my son's restaurant in the corner. Then they in the building next door too. But they're closed. They're closed. Town is like rolled up because, well, it's a, what is it, Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. Tuesday, and it's almost, what time is it? Almost 11 o'clock? Is it 10:46? That's early. Usually, like, but people get freaked out. So then that freaks me out a little bit when I see the town that closed down. We'll see. Okay, now see, I can go either way, and it's the lesser of two evils. That way is flatter, but then I've got to go up a really steep hill. I'm going this way. This is more gradual, but there'll be hills all the way going up the mountain. I don't know if I'll lose you. Don't freak if I do, because I'm close to home, so hopefully, maybe Jimmy's, well, I don't even know if Jimmy's watching. He should be watching. He probably is, or he would be calling. So I have 32. Right now, I'll just test the brakes here. Jimmy will be like, stop testing the brakes, but I have to. Okay, no problem so far, so I feel better. This is the start up the mountain, okay? Hiking her mountain. Does you have a live on a mountain? See, I'm glad I went this way because I know the other way would have been like this, and it would have been more roads to contend with like this. You see, there's the drifts. That's because the wind drifts across this, blows the snow across the highway. This is not a highway. I'm glad I didn't go the other way. It's very different. It's very different. Now it's 29 degrees. Okay. So we lost, like, what did we lose? 4 degrees since we started this climb up the mountain. And look, they haven't touched this road because it's just someone's car tracks. Now that makes me feel like a little freaked when the road hasn't been touched. And see, this guy's like me, he's driving in the middle of the road, because you drive kind of in the middle of the road. And now he's on the side. Guys, for a long time. I'm almost home, but you see this road has not been touched at all. This road, one time we had ice so bad, and Jimmy was coming home from work, and it was late at night because he was at the school, and he went all over the place on this road, and he had to walk home, and I can't even believe he did it. I was like freaking out, which I know is hard to imagine. And he had, I don't even know how he did it. He walked home like from this point, and I don't know how he did it. I'm gonna test my brakes here. I know. Snow remover's like, stop testing, Jimmy. Stop testing the brakes. Are you guys still here? I don't know if you are. Still here, but I am. Love you, bye. Hold on a second, I can't see.